What's good? What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Man, I think some of what probably be bothering Roy Jones is, man. Truthfully, man, I think Roy know he should have retired after he came down from heavyweight with Ruiz and beat Antonio Tarver. He should have stopped right then. I think he know that deep down inside, but I gotta give Roy credit for this. He was always a real proud fighter, and he felt like he didn't look himself in that first fight with Tarver, so he wanted to come back and straighten it, and that led to a lot of bad decisions later for Roy. And I mean, I think like the people my age and the people old schoolers, we know who Roy Jones is, but the sad thing is some of these younger guys and the younger fighters, they gonna remember more the other part at the part of his career when he was getting knocked out and getting beat by everybody. Pretty much. I mean, I just hate Roy didn't know when to stop. And really, cause it really put a his legacy ain't gonna never be what it really should have been. He got cheated in the Olympics. And at one time, when Roy was on the top of his game, couldn't nobody touch him. From middleweight to cruiserweight, it wasn't nobody could do nothing with Roy Jones Jr. for about a good 8 7 8 years or something like that. But I think he made a big mistake. When he went up to fight Ruiz, it's different when you build it like Roy. When he gained the weight to fight heavyweight, he gained muscle. It wasn't like he was just eating and getting heavy. It was muscle, and it's different cutting muscle than cutting fat. So when he came back to fight Tarver, he had to cut all that muscle down, and I really think it took a lot out of him. I mean, I truly believe that you'll have a hard time convincing me otherwise that had he not moved up and moved down like he did, I don't think things would have went the way it went for him on that second half. But I really believe that going up to heavyweight and coming back down to light heavyweight fighting again, I think that affected him. I truly believe that, and I just wish he would have knew when to stop. You know, uh, you know, and I don't think that he really be hating on Spence. I think what it is, Roy worked for HBO, so he got to see every one of Crawford fights. So the thing is, Roy just know Crawford a whole lot better than he know Earl Spence Jr. as far as what's going on in the ring. I'm quite sure people that's in the professional fighters and stuff like that. They don't sit around like fans watching fights and stuff like that. Hell, I mean they spend their life fighting. So if it ain't like a show they doing or something like that, they not at home like us. Make sure we keep up with all the fights and keeping up with all the good fighters right now. I mean it ain't important to them like it would be to us because they've been them good fighters before. So they this basically just work to them now. Not in a negative way, but if you're not in with they promoter or the company that they dealing with, they pretty much only working with the people that they working with. So I think it's more so he just haven't really seen Errol Spence enough to really know just how good of a fighter he really is. And if you don't watch all his fights, you can see him pulverizing somebody and think, yeah, he a brawler, but Spence is not no brawler. Spence is a multi-dimensional boxer, puncher, that like to come forward, but he don't have to. It's a big difference. Some people can only fight one way. Spence have shown his versatility. He's fought different fighters different ways. It's just that the ending always look the same. But if you watch what it takes to get to the end, it's they have they put a good game plan together and work it. But from where I'm sitting at, I don't think Roy a hater. I think Roy is only I know Roy is if he got anything to hate on, it'd be himself not knowing when to stop. That might be the only thing that he hate, that he didn't know when to quit. And now he could have needed the money. That could very well be the case too for him to kept on fighting on, but I doubt it because Roy made a lot of money in his career. I mean, he was one of the first guys to get $100 million contract. Now he didn't get his whole $100 million at one time, but he got the $100 million, and that was big money. $100 million is $100 million. I don't care when you got it. That's a lot of money. So I don't. it's hard for me to believe that he had to keep fighting. I just think it was the pride in him that kept him going. But I really believe had he stopped after he fought Tarver, things would have been a whole lot different for Roy Jones and his legacy. You know, in the way people respect him as a fighter right now. You know, the people that's not like old school cats like me that's from his day. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like or subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.